she kind of read me the riot act after this occurred. Anyway, I didn't do cons for a while after this. It hurt my feelings. I know that's not that weird. The tits thing is actually probably.
Less dramatic.
Indeed. None of it. Oh, yes, you again, please. What's your name?
Gary.
Gary. It's Gary again, everybody. Woo!
Did you ever get to work with Ashley Bush, and if so, how did it go with her?
I don't think so.
It was Tiny Tina.
No, you see, the way they record that stuff, it's one at a time. So rarely do we meet the people we work with, which is kind of weird. I mean, at this convention, a number of people I know and have hung out with socially, but there's also folks that I've been in properties with that I'm only going to meet, tomorrow, which is interesting, at a panel together. So in answer to your query, no, I have not. I mean, I've worked with her, obviously, but it's a weird thing, though, right?
Yeah.
The Japanese do it all together, and we do it all separately. Yes.
Hi. So
What's your name?
Krista.
Krista. Hi, Krista.
Hi. So you said that you like doing intense anime and characters in general. I think you should know that D. Grayman, like the part that Funimation actually dubbed, was pretty vanilla compared to what happened afterwards.
So true. So true.
Right?
Yeah.
And like your character Lavi, like he seems kind of like a normal, average hero boy. He's not.
Really?
No, in fact, stuff happened to him that was a lot like what happened with Shaoran in the OVAs for Tsubasa. Like, there's actually an entire arc about Lavi, and like, it's just really awesome, and I always wanted, like, them to get the rights to the rest of it, because I'm just like, they've missed out on that entire thing.
Well, it would have helped me too, because like I said, I need something to happen, and also I think the way that he was scripted, he just wasn't as interesting to me as Millennium Earl.
But he's very interesting.
Who's written anything?
No, he's really interesting because, like, he's got this whole backstory because he's a bookman, right?
Right.
And so basically he's had 49 different identities since he was a kid.
Wow.
And he actually has to, like, change his personality for each one, and you get to see, like, his former personality before Lavi was really bitter.
Bring that back too.
And really jaded and everything, and, like, he had to be so... They were very rational, very cold. And the problem was when he got to be Lavi,
right,
that was the first time that he'd stayed in it was basically like a role, a personality, for over a year. And so he kind of fell into, like, his persona and, like...
You're describing my experience.
And, yeah, because he started getting attached to people. He's not supposed to get attached to people. So there's this point where he, in the anime, actually, later, in his arc, he gets trapped in this... I don't know if you remember any of the characters. Do you remember the little girl with the umbrella?
Yep.
She has, like, the power of illusion, so she traps him in one of her illusions and, like, makes him fight himself. Like, he gets confronted by himself and his colder personality who's like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be attached to people.
And his real body is all like a puppet and has to fight Alan.
Yeah, he ends up fighting Alan. It's so good, and I'm just like...
Yeah,
why?
That sounds more interesting.
It's so good, and I'm just like, why? Right, no.
Versus, you understand, I'm
I do.
comparing it to working on Millennium Earl.
Yeah.
Me anyway. I mean, I've done characters, for the arc that I saw of Lavi, I've done characters that were similar to that before.
Yeah.
And I know he's a little snarky, but that was about the extreme.
That's about it.
Yeah.
But he's actually a lot more powerful than he looks, too. Like, he's actually really badass. Like, seriously.
I like that too.
And I'm gonna be cosplaying him tomorrow, so
Oh, really?
I am right now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
That uniform is, like, the last one that was in the anime. And that one's awesome. Yeah. I just thought you should know, because...
Yeah, no, I very much appreciate the information, and maybe I should petition.
Yeah.
And the Millennium Earl gets bigger parts too.
Oh, he's insane. The Millennium Earl is insane, especially in the manga. Have you read the manga? Like, the part where he... Yes, it's just... Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Do you know what's going on?
Nope. Haven't seen any of those.
Oh, okay. Well, we're sorry. We should include other folks.
You should watch The Gray Man.
I've seen Black Butler.
You've seen Black Butler? Yeah. I think I'm in that one. That's the highest pitch voiced character I've ever how to characterize him.
I guessed.
Yeah. No, that guy was, he was a little tough.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you feel about Pluto dying?
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Here come the tears. Here come the tears. Oh.
Well, how do you feel?
Cried like a baby.
Yeah, no, I'm not very happy about it. I mean, that's sad. That sucks. That's some bullshit, universe.
Especially after 2 weeks after that, I found out that my parents were putting my dog down.
Oh, Jesus. And I've recently in my life lost a lot of pets, actually. Not to totally turn this into a downer, but
Sorry about that.
no, it's okay. That's they're part of the family, and people who aren't animal people don't really get it, and they act like your mourning is not something that's legitimate. And the last one that I lost, my Russian blue named Rami. Rami was gone. He didn't come home one night. And then 2 days later, I went and I found him on the side of the road. Is that when you guys are going to leave?
This is after
No, that's okay. That's okay. You guys don't want a downer. I get it. You paid your money. You only want ups. Big ups. See you tomorrow.
What's a project and what's people that you haven't had the chance to work with that you want? What's the wish list?
Well, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be either Roy or Deckard in Blade Runner. That's not going to happen, but I hear they're making a sequel.
Oh God.
Harrison Ford's going to be in it. I think. He turned me down a little bit. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yes.
It's okay if you don't remember, because I know it's an old one, but could you talk a little bit about Sophie from Wolf Children?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That was
kind of
honestly
recent.
it was one of my favorites. Again, it was in that filmic, realistic style that I really appreciate and enjoy doing. And it's also with one of my favorite directors who I've worked with a lot, obviously Mike McFarlane. Super understated, and you don't get an opportunity to do that much in this realm. And I'm grateful whenever I get to it. Not only that, it's a really good movie. Those of you who haven't seen it, it's definitely one of my favorite properties. Real emotion in that.
What was your favorite part about the character?
Just what I said, the fact that I could identify with the realism of the emotion. The emotion was true, and I always try to more than represent, but to be truthful when I portray a character, even just with my voice. And I don't know, I could identify with that very strange, bizarre scenario that he found himself in. And I know that movie isn't about him necessarily, but his part, in my opinion, is pretty integral to the arc of the piece. Thanks for bringing that one up. That's a nice one. Yes, sir.
Are there any upcoming roles that you're looking forward to playing?
Trying to think if I've got anything. Funimation is kind of changing the way that there's a lot more simulcast stuff happening these days. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say any of this, but I'm saying it anyway.
Too late.
You're shooting it, that's great. In any case, I live in Austin, and the studio is in Flower Mound, which is right by DFW Airport. So unless I'm able to travel every week, the chances that I'm going to be in newer stuff is, if they stick with this model, it's going to get slimmer for me. Unless we can figure out a way to open up a studio in Austin that has the same tech requirements, ISDN lines, stuff like that, that I could work with Funimation. I'd love to be in more stuff soon, and I recently have wrapped some stuff, and I have to do more stuff from ongoing series. But no, there's not really something that's coming up next for me that I'm aware of yet. Yes?
Once you sign with someone like Funimation or something, are you allowed to go to a different dubbing company, or are you just stuck with whatever roles they give you?
You are allowed, you're an independent contractor, you're not an employee. And Texas is a right to work state. We're not given a contract per se, you know, you work for an hourly rate and you get paid for the hours that it takes you to complete a project.